Hi, and welcome to Lesson 4 of Algebra 1's Distance Learning. This is Rob Yates, and if you are in Ms. Boatwright's, Ms. Reynolds, Mr. McCrae, Mr. Still, Mr. Strickland, or Mr. Yates's class, you are in the right place. Today's learning target is I can multiply polynomials using the distributive property and/or the box method, and solve equations involving the distributive property. Let's do a review of the box method. When you use the box method, you are multiplying two expressions, usually in parentheses, like the length times the width. For example, x plus 3 times x minus 2 is the length times the width. To solve this, we draw a box and we label the length and the width, and we multiply to find the area of the boxes inside. And then we add them all up. So as you can see, the length is x plus 3, which is right here. And the width is x minus 2, which is right there. And what we do is we multiply these numbers and letters wherever they intersect. X gets multiplied times everything it intersects with this way, -2 with everything this way, and x with everything this way, and 3 with everything this way. The intersections are where we multiply those two numbers, and we get the product. So let's take a look at the first one. It says x times x. Well, x times x is x squared, right? Now we have x times -2. Sounds tough, but it's not. It's just -2x. X times 3, again, is simply 3 times x. And -2 times -3, -2 times +3 is going to be -6. So we have all our products. We've multiplied everything out, and we filled up all our boxes. Now we have to add up all the insides. It's pretty basic, except there is one trick to it, which is we have to combine our like terms. In this case, the x's. We have -2x plus 3x, which is a fancy way of saying what is 3 minus 2? Well, I'm pretty sure you all know the answer to that one. 3 minus 2 is 1, so we have 1x total. And we write them all out. X squared plus x, or 1x, minus 6. This is our sum. The parenthetical expression, the numbers in parentheses, that's our product. Let's try a little practice. I'm going to do the same thing that we did last time. Is I'm going to take this 2x plus 1. I'm going to put it down here. 2x plus 1. I'm going to take this 3x minus 8, and I'm going to put it right there. 3x minus 8. Remember, the sign always goes to the number it's in front of. It's helpful. Now we're just going to multiply everywhere they intersect. 2x times 3x, well, 2 times 3 is 6, and x times x is x squared, so we have a total of 6x squared. 2x times -8, well, 2 times -8 is -16. Oh, my goodness. That's a -16. X. And 3x times 1, 3x. 1 times -8, -8x. Excuse me, -8, not -8x. What am I thinking? All right. Now we have to add all these up. Again, we have to combine our like terms. And so we add together -16x and 3x. So -16 plus 3 is 13x, or -13x, I should say. I'm going to stick the 6x squared in front of it, and I'm going to subtract the -8 behind. Again, this is our sum. And up here is our product. All right. How about some other distributing practice? For instance, what happens when I have one number and letter in front of a parentheses? Well, same idea. I take this 2x and I multiply it times the first term and times the second term. 2x times x is 2x squared. Two x times 5 is 10x. I can't simplify that anymore. I have 2x squareds and I have 10x's. Remember, you cannot add x's to x squareds. I couldn't, for instance, make that 12x squared or 12x. These are two different things. This is x squared and this is x. All right, let's take a look at the next one. How about if it's a little longer, got more letters in it? I have 3x and I multiply it times 4x. Again, times 2x. I have some blind spots in my video here, so let me try and do it from underneath if I get a better registration. It's not going to get it. It's not going to do it. 3x times 4x, 3x times 2, negative 2y, and times 2 and times 1. There we go. All right, 3x times 2x. That is going to be 3 times 4, which is 12, x times x, which is x squared. 3x times negative 2y. Well, we know that 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. We don't know what x is, we don't know y is, so we just leave them there. Negative 6xy. 3x times 1 is plus 3x. Again, here we have a situation where everything's pretty simplified. There's no x's to combine or numbers. And so 12x squared minus 6xy plus 3x is our finished product. All right, how about two parentheses? You could do this with the generic box method. And although it hasn't made it smaller, that's an x squared, not x2. But we'll multiply it out. X times x squared is x to the third power. X squared is x times x would be x to the third. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. 3 times x squared is plus 3x squared. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. We have to add these together. Start with my biggest exponent first, x to the third. I'm going to put my next exponent in there next, which is plus 3x squared. Then my x's, minus 2x, then my numbers. Here again is my sum. And this is the product. All right, what about if I got to solve an equation and either one or two sides of that equation have distribution problems with them, have parentheses? Well, you have to multiply them out first. Then you solve. So 7 times 4x and then 7 times negative 3. 7 times 4x is going to be 28x. 7 times negative 3 is minus 21. And it equals 10x minus 3. All right. Let's start with our numbers. Minus 21, if I add that, plus 21 to each side, I get 28x equals 10x. I've just brought this down, and I brought this down. Negative 3 plus 21 is a fancy way of saying 21 minus 3. So it is 18. Now, I have to get rid of this 10x, so I subtract 10x. from both sides. And I get 18x equals, I bring this down to here, 18. I think we all know what the answer to that is. I divide both sides by the number in front of my letter or my variable. 18 divided by 18. Anybody know the answer to that? Uno. How about this other one? Similar, except I have parentheses on both sides now. Same rules apply. I just multiply them out first and then I solve. Take my 2 times x, take my 2 times 4, my 3 times x, and my 3 times negative 1. 2 times x, 2x. 2 times 4, bet you even you know that one. 3 times x, 3x. And 3 times negative 1 is minus 3. All right. I'm going to put my x's on the right-hand side this time. So that means I'm going to add 3 to get rid of it from the right-hand side. 8 plus 3 is 11. Bring down my 2x. 2x plus 11 equals 3x. I subtract 2x. This goes away. Bring down my 11. 11 equals x. There's our two answers. We couldn't have got them unless we multiplied out our distribution problems first. All right. In summary, when we distribute, we multiply the number in front of the parentheses. By all of the terms that are inside of the parentheses. If there are 2 terms in each parentheses, we might be able to use that box method. It's kind of handy. It's supposed to be an M. To solve equations with parentheses, we have to distribute and then solve for x. I don't know why I put an R in distribute. Can somebody explain that to me? And then we solve. All right. What's next? Well, you can log into Khan Academy and do an exercise. You can go to student.desmos.com and log in with your class code. You can try practice worksheet 4, or you can try Google Homework 4. Remember, you need to do at least 3 total assignments each week. They can be one of each, a worksheet, a Google worksheet, Desmos or Khan, or all of one variety. Today's joke is this. Did you hear about the kidnapping at school? It's okay. He woke up. Thanks a lot. See you next time.